in. We're taking over for Randee Brown's of Thunder Horse Descendants coffee talk time. So we're going to get started in a few minutes, but we'll wait and see if anybody else wants to come on since it is exactly 8 o'clock right now. So you all got your coffee? I've got a bottle of water. I don't drink coffee. I had thought about bringing some tea over here or some hot chocolate, but I'm a klutz and I drop things all the time, and I could see myself knocking it over all over my desk, and that would not work very well. Hey, Mary. Hi, Becky. Hi, Anita. Hey, Angel. Glad you could make it. I know you work around this time, so. Okay, we're gonna work on the wire wrapped happy earrings that I was showing you yesterday, and I think that'll be fun. Hi, PK. Hi, Linda. So not Christmassy at all, but hey, just because it's just before Christmas doesn't mean we have to work on Christmas items. In fact, all my shows are done for the year, so I'm not going to get anything I make for Christmas wouldn't go into my sell stuff until next year, so no big rush on Christmas stuff. But I think tomorrow I'm going to make some earrings that will be Christmas stuff. I'm going to use the little stainless steel gingerbread man from out of the Softflex kits, because I ordered another bead pack so that I would have a second one, since there's only one in the pack, which I was like very disappointed that there was only one. But I did buy a second pack of the bead mix when Softflex put it on sale. You see there's the little gingerbread guy right there. We're going to use him. Thank you, Jen. I'm glad you like them. They're actually, I think I made these 3 or 4 years ago. The snowflake at the bottom here is an AB Swarovski crystal. So I like him. So anyway, those will be with the stainless gingerbread man will be tomorrow's. Hey, Laverl. Hey, Rebecca. Actually, if I recall right, Laverl told me that she's actually Carolyn. So in just a few moments, we'll turn down and we'll get started on wire wrapping these earrings. So let's go ahead and turn down. We have a few people on now. So, hey, Rhonda. Rosettes. Yeah, that works. Okay, we're going down. Gotta flip it now. Come on, flip. There we go. And I'm going to make you a little dizzier because we're going to get a little bigger. Oop, too big. That's good. And so here is our little seed bead mix that we made. I've got this chunky chain, and I'm thinking that it might work good for our loop between the two. I think I probably have just enough if I cut it in half. So we'll see. We have our little happies that are going to hang down from the bottom here. I have posts. I got these because they're circles, so they sort of mimic all of our other circles. So we'll just put those straight to there. And of course our earring backs. We'll put these aside. We don't need them yet. We'll need the happies in a bit, but not quite yet. So all those things can just go up and get slightly out of our way. Now I've got some 24 gauge. Yeah, we're using 24. It's thin, but it's great for wrapping. This is German style wire. The other day, somebody asked me what's the difference between craft wire and German style wire. Well, the biggest difference, from what I can understand, is that German style is a medium temper, so it's a little harder than craft wire. Craft wire is a soft. Now, when I started wire wrapping, I had aluminum wire, which is a dead soft, and boy, that stuff bends. So that you don't, I don't want to use a dead soft for something that is going to be somewhere where it's going to get banged around or anything, because it will bend. Even if you work hard in it, it's going to bend. So we are going to use our hard temper here, or our medium hard temper. So not a bark angel. It's a kitty cat screaming. One of my cats picks up her toys and then she cries until somebody comes and or tells them where they are, so she can so that they can tell her where they're at, so she can come bring the toy to them. She likes to gift her toys to people. Well, obviously this is a brand new spool. It's still hooked right here, so I'm just gonna cut this one binding here off, and makes it easier to work with. But as you can see, it's got this lovely little kink at the ends of both of these pieces, so I'm going to cut this off here. I'm going to try and slide this one up here, like so. And then we're going to have to get a length of wire off. And by a length, we've got to remember we're going to go around this like 3 or 4. Well, we're only going to go total all the way around at once. But as you're wrapping your beads, you're going to be wrapping all around that wire quite a bit. So you want a bit out. I'm getting more than I need, but there we go. Set that aside for now till we want to do the second one. But what we're going to do, I'm not going to put these on in any design pattern. You could if you wanted to. I'm just going to grab one. But to start with, you want to wrap up here around your top 2 or 3 times to steady that in there. And if you need to get your pliers out to help you, I use my fingernails a lot. And so if you don't have fingernails, get your pliers out. You don't have to just use fingernails or whatever you have available. Just use whatever you have available to move it onto there. But so we're just going to grab a seed bead. These are number 8. You can use whatever size you want. The smaller, of course, you'll need more, and the bigger you'll need less. But so then what we're going to do is just turn that little seed bead on its side, and we're going to go bring it down through here. And yes, I poke through the holes like that unless I figure it's too small to poke through, because you're less likely to get a kink that way. Now I'm going to swing this wire way close over to the seed bead, and then I'm going to put one more through here so it stabilizes it. You don't have to do this second one. You could just go straight to your next seed bead. I prefer to do the second for the stabilization, but you don't have to do it. And then just grab whatever color comes up next. And frankly, I'll be truthful with you. If I wasn't doing this live, I would fast forward through a lot of this after I showed you how to do a few, just so we wouldn't be watching me do this constantly. Because let's face it, it can get boring. So tighten this up and go through for our second. Come on, sit side by side there nicely. problem with the wire is it's going to try and go everywhere and grab everything. Like it flipped this little red one out of the tray, so I figured, hey, I'll just use it. Down she goes and through. See, those don't want to sit quite well there. Push them together. Oh, these frames are from some I got from Randee during her vault sale where she was taking everything out of her vault. Oh, thank you, Mary. Morning, Marcia. Morning, Bonnie. Well, I made this specifically for these charms when I was doing the tassel earrings that I made with them, because I was trying to get every one of these colors in here. I don't want that clear one. We want... Come on, what do we got coming up? Well, it wants to be orange again. Okay, so we'll do orange again. Though I have to admit, I like the slightly fatter seed beads that come up sometimes because they sit on their side better. See how this orange one's rolling around? This one will probably do the same thing. Oops, don't kink. I try not to get my wire to kink. If it kinks, it's going to give you a weak spot which could break. So blue will work. Oh, fall down on there. You'll notice I'm just going over further sideways when I'm doing these, since I want to push it through rather than wrap it through, because I need it to be there, and I want these way over here anyway, so it doesn't really matter that it's over there going through this hole right here. I want a yellow or green. There's a yellow. Come on, baby. I know I'm going off screen sometimes when I'm trying to get the bead to come down. The wire's going to bang onto everything anyway, so try not to bang the camera with it too much. You'll notice I left this little tiny tail right here for right now, and that's because that tail helps me from having these spin when we first start them, because I can put my hand on it like so, and that keeps the wire still, and it doesn't always want to be still, so sometimes you got to do that. Oh, 2 greens. I wanted 1, I got 2. So down we go. Now, as you can see, they're starting to take shape beside each other. This little clear one still wants to be wonky because it's at the very end. I'm going to push it up. Now, until it gets something that's going to keep it from pushing up like I just did, you can push these up as you go along. Where it's going to stop you from doing that is when I start going through the double rings here, when I go into the ring to come over to the side here, and that will probably stop you from squishing them up there. So my advice, squish them up there prior to getting there, because you want these probably as close together as you can get them, like so, to make that nice consistent beaded look there. Once I get down towards the bottom further, we're going to have to wrap just a few wraps and leave a gap here, because that's where we're going to put our Be Happy hanging there. And it has to have a spot to hang. So we're going to leave it a spot to hang when we get down there. Okay, I think I can get at least one more here before we start doubling through here. So let's see what'll come out and visit. Oh, a red one. That's a good one. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to push these up tighter. Make sure I can't get any more beads here before I go over to the other side. And frankly, I think I may be able to get one more on here. Though this red one is not looking pretty the way it's sitting. Let's see if I can get it to wiggle a little bit. Well, we might be able to get one more on there. Let's try it. Up there. Okay, this is definitely the last one here because it's trying to come back and drop into the middle, and we don't want it to do that. See how loose it looks right now? See how it's dropping? And I really don't want it to do that. So I'm going to try tightening it some, see if I can get it to tighten. Well, maybe when it gets its buddy, it won't. So now we have to go through this circle, so we got to do both. So this one goes this direction, and I'm going to stick my thumb right here so that when it comes down, it doesn't kink, hopefully. So push this over here, put the next bead on. Down all the way, blue one. Okay. Push you over by the clear one. Come down through our circle. Now, it's going to try and kink if you're not careful. So that's why I put my thumb in here. That keeps it from going through pretty straight when we start out here. There we go. Now, hold that's holding that better. And we'll have at least one more bead going through this, through the doubles like I'm doing here. It might even be, let's see, go through the other side, Rose. Okay. We might even have two more up here, but we'll see as we go. Down. Okay, this one's trying to go in the middle too. We don't want it to do that, so we have to convince it doesn't want to. Come on, go through the hole. There we go. There we go. Now I think we're close enough to the to this big hollow that we can go back to it again. Ooh, that sounds like nice, Mary. I haven't had a massage in a long time. You know, these are not Mayukis or Tohos, I don't think. I think they're just regular old seed beads that are wherever. And those are being difficult there. Oh, there we go. Just squish them together there. That helps. And so they're just run of the mill. Though I was just thinking it might have been better for this if I had found some square ones, because the square ones might have sat better on the bar. Though I use all kinds of things on bars and it doesn't really make much of a difference. But nope, don't want another orange. Orange is determined. We'll go with blue. That's my only requirement while doing this, is that I don't put one side by side with the other one. So I don't want it. I want all this colorfulness, you know. So yellow. How about a green or a red? There's one of each. Now, remember when I started out how long my wire is? See how much shorter it is now from wrapping these onto here? Well, that was silly, Rose. You went in through the wrong way. Is that where it's looking so far? When we get down here about right, well, let's see. How's about, we're almost there. We'll put the gap for our be happy to sit to hang down from here. that. And to make the gap, I'm just going to wrap just the wire around the inside bar. So. Push you up. Okay. Yes, Bonnie, there is a big difference in price of seed bead brands. Miyukis and Tohos are much more expensive than the run-of-the-mill ones that you can get wherever. They're the Japanese ones, and they're very symmetrical. So they cost a little more because I believe they have a different process to cut them to make sure that they stay nice and even. Okay, now we're about at the middle point, I think. Not quite, I don't think, but that's all right because we don't want it to be quite. We need to make about this much of just wire. So we're gonna just keep going with the wire, wrapping here until we get about, oh, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch maybe. Push that over there. I want the Be Happy to sit when we put it on here. It's gonna be jumping right here, and it shouldn't wiggle around because it's going to be between the seed bead portions. So most of these seed beads that I use are just the little ones you get from Joann's or Michael's or Hobby Lobby in the tubes. So I'm not real worried about. I know that the sizing is not going to be perfect. So now we'll just finish seed beading up this side here. And then we can hang the Be Happy on. How's everybody on the East Coast doing after all of the storms you guys had? Everybody make it through all right with no problems? No damages to your houses and stuff? This is true, Mary. I use, these are all check seed beads. I'm fairly positive. And you're right, they're not very uniform in size. Some of them are bigger, some of them are smaller, but they do have some really pretty colors. And we did just mention, the Tohos and the Delicas are the Japanese ones are much more expensive, and they rarely come on sale. If you see them come on sale and you need some seed beads, snap them up because you won't see that very often. Move you guys down some. No, I don't need two at once, baby. We're getting up there close to where we have to go through the second little bubble thing here pretty soon. Now, like I said, you don't have to do this second wrap. I just do it for making sure it stays good and stabilized where I want it. In case you were wondering, I didn't think my little spot was quite in the middle, so I was just pushing my beads down some more again. It's a simple thing to do. You just take your fingers and just rub till they start moving. Unless you've got them way tight, then they won't move. And those aren't going to move beyond right here because of where it switches to the other two bars. Boy, my tummy's gurgling at me, which is silly because I ate just before we started here. Maybe it's digesting. Sam appears to have settled down. I don't hear her screaming anymore. Come on, go down there. And I'm not sure if I've got enough wire or not. Hopefully I do. If I don't, since we're wire wrapping, it's a simple matter to add more wire. Drop some more beads out here. Boy, only the yellow and the orange want to come out. Well, fine, here. Now this hole's bigger than the other one, so I can push it, just push it through, which is nice. No, stay up there. And my wire's getting a little bit short here, so I'm hoping I'll have enough. If not, well, like I said, we can just add a little bit. Fine, yellow ones stay up there. We're going to start in here. It's just barely going to be there, but it's close enough. It's like I could have used 1 or 2 more inches, but I think I'm only going to get 1 more bead on here anyway. So it might be just about perfect. Go through, baby. Okay, swoosh these down a little bit so we have a little wrapping space for the last of our wire here. And this is that place where if you need your pliers, go for it. No, not over the top. Need to be right beside. There we go. There we are, all the way around. So now we'll trim these little wires off right here. Come here, you. And then you tuck them in just like you would an earring wire when you're making an earring and you have that extra bit when you've made your wraps. This is exactly the same thing. So there we go. Now we're going to hang our happy right here. So we'll get 2 pair of pliers and put those on. Adjust. And we're going to adjust this so the happy can come down as far as it'll go. So we can go over this bar, which has the wrapping on it. There we go. Come on, baby. Come on, let me have hold of this. Doesn't want to stay on there. Okay, let's see what we can do here. I don't want to go to a big jump ring if I can help it, because it's going to leave more room for the jump ring to wiggle around, and I don't want the jump ring wiggling around. I want it right here, but I'm not sure that's going to work because it's really being difficult here. Let's see if I can get it on without the happy on it. Open it a bit more and see. Come on, you open. No, unfortunately, I think the big one is going to have to go to a big one because that one just is not going to cut it. So, unfortunately, she may slide over her seed beads, even though I don't want it to, but we'll see what happens. But seed beads are glass, so they will break, so I don't want to over push it. Dang, Rose, stop dropping things. See what I meant about being a klutz and dropping things? It's pretty common for me. And that's why I don't have coffee or tea, or not coffee because I don't drink coffee, but tea or hot chocolate or anything like that that's open beside me, because it will be on the floor sooner or later. Okay, over here, not over that seed bead. Okay. Come on. Okay. Oh, she won't slide over the seed beads. That's good. So there's that portion done. Next step is to hook on our chain, which I'm thinking I got to see if this is an even amount or if it's an uneven amount. I think these links will open, so okay, I can cut this one out right here. And I think they're even now. Yeah, they are. So hopefully these will give us enough drape with the seed bead, with the jump ring to do what I want. So, well, we have this one open. We might as well use it. Come on, you. Don't get stuck in the wires. Okie dokie. Now let's see if this has got a drape that I'm going to care for here. Come here, you. Right here. Actually, I am going to care for it. I just got to get this closed here. Now, sometimes when they're in tight positions like this, I'll drop it down to the mat so that the mat is helping me hold things in place while I try and get things moved the way I want them. Are you over all the way? No. Sorry if my head is in your way. I'm trying to see what this jump ring is doing here. There, I think I got it. So there is our chain drape through the middle. Let's see what everybody's got going on. Ugh, I'm so sorry, Rhonda, that you're having trouble with your beating. I know I have arthritis in my knees. I actually have to go to my orthopedist on Friday, but I think I am so thankful it's not in my hands. But, you know, hands get a little stiff some days, but not too bad. So now after the last step is to put on our post. So since our happy is facing this direction, that's the way we want our post to face so that we have it hanging properly. So we'll open this up and we'll hook our post on here and then close her. And that's what she's going to look like. Of course, when it's laying flat, the drape on your chain doesn't show as easily, but I can hold it up so we can see it better. So there we go. So of course, the second one is the exact same way. Gotta wrap all those seed beads and put in your happy and your chain and your bar there. Time is it? Oh, we don't have enough time to finish up the second one, but we can get it started. I can start it, but I don't think we'll finish it before the show should end. So, because we only have what? 11 minutes. So no, definitely not going to get it finished. Though we did get this one finished, but see if there's any little tricks I need to tell you why we're doing this. I think I showed you my trick with putting my thumb in the wire to keep it from kinking. I think this needs a little bit more because I just about ran out and I'd rather have a lot of extra than not enough. So I said this is 24 gauge, very lightweight, very light and easy to work with. Let's see. I guess it doesn't matter. When I start, I like to just take the short end to do my start here and just wrap it instead of trying to do it with the larger end. Wrap 3 or 4 wraps here. guess that's 3. Push this all the way up to the edge here. And then I am going to do one more wrap here. Push it up. And then just grab our seed beads and get going. I'll post the picture of these on my In Rose's garden, but I suppose I could always take them and put them on Randee's site too, since we're filling in for Randee here so that you can see them. I believe Randee was supposed to start driving today. I'm not sure. She said tomorrow. It might have been tomorrow she was taking off, but hopefully she makes it nice and safe with no problems to her grandma's. Go down. And see, this is going to move to its heart's content until you get it well established, because it just slid down the bar, which is okay, because, hey, I know how to slide it back. And this isn't the most exciting part, and I just did a kink. See there? So if you get a kink, instead of trying to pull it out this way, push your wire back the way it kinked from, so you can get most of it out. It's still going to have that spot there, and you're going to have to be careful of that spot, because now it's a weak spot in your wire. And if you had pulled it the other direction, so it had stayed a kink, it would have broken. So that's something you need to watch for. Oh, no problem, Mary. I would be making something for a video anyway. It would probably not, it might not be a live one. Well, today's Tuesday, so it would have been a live one. I've started doing lives on Tuesday at 10, whereas I usually just do a tutorial video sometime whenever I feel like making them and post them at 10. So it's today would have been a live one anyway, since I've started doing the lives on Tuesdays. So yeah, no problem. I don't mind it. Guess we'll go with this blue one. The problem with letting people watch you do wire work is the wire wants to go all over the place. It takes your stuff to different places than you want it to be. Like that one just swung over way over there. And it's hard to keep it on camera that way. That's why I've only done a couple of videos with my circlets, because for one thing, they take a really long time to make. And so I have to fast forward it through this, that, and the next place. But because the wire itself, when you're working with it, it sort of has a mind of its own, and you have to convince it you want it to, it needs to go to certain places. And I got another kink and didn't even realize it. But this bead sure did. Isn't it funny? This one wants to kink. I didn't have any kinks in the other one, but this one wants to. There we go. Oop. Banged my light. Now, since I've got that one in one spot, I'm gonna, when I get to closer to where the happy is there, I'm gonna start comparing where I've got it, the break put in there, because we don't want it to be way different on one from the other. Sorry about that. Did I sell all my circlets? No, I have 3 left. I make about 36 a year. I have 3 Renaissance fairs. Well, this year I only had 2 because they canceled our 3rd one. So I only made about 24, 25 this year. But I try to make at least 12 per Renaissance fair. The one that got canceled is a 2-weekend one. So that one I usually have 18 for. So we're talking about 40, probably close to it. I have 3 left. I've actually been thinking I'm going to put them on my Etsy store. Haven't done it yet, but because I'm a lazy lump and I don't like to put things on the Etsy store, even though I need to put new stuff up there because I haven't had any new stuff since probably last spring. And but I frequently hate putting up those entries. They're a pain in the rear. So there's 10 million questions you got to answer, and then you got to have the pictures and measurements and all that fun stuff. But I was planning on putting the circlets on the Etsy shop when I got back and didn't sell those 3, but I haven't done it. I need to. And then there's other things I need to put on there as well because, well, I don't have any shows again until April. So if I'm going to sell anything, it's got to be through Etsy or through a private sell, like I did the custom order not that long ago. But I don't do a lot of custom orders. I do some. But I do, come on you, come through. I do need to put my circlets up on Etsy. The 3 that are remaining. If you've seen them, the 3 that are remaining are the ones, the flower crown with the check glass flowers on it. This crystal spire ones with the cup chain that goes up the spires. Oh, what's the 3rd one? I know there's a 3rd one. To think here for a minute. Oh, the one with the ruins, the Viking ruins on it. The one I call Viking Queen. So those are the 3 that are going to go up on Etsy. If I get my buns in gear and do it. Look, orange one, get up there where you belong. Hey, you went out the wrong spot. Seed beads can be such a hassle to pick up. And you might notice I was keeping my finger on these, my thumb on the seed bead as I tighten it. That keeps it up there on the wall where I want it instead of trying to come down around the bottom here. So I think this can go around the outside wall now. And I know I'm going off camera, sorry, apologize. How many wraps am I doing? I just do the wrap that it's on and then one extra one to stabilize it. So it's just, I put the bead on, let it slide down to the bar, hold it in place with my thumb and forefinger, bring my wire around once, tighten her up, and then I come around one more time and push the wires up so that they stay snug against each other. And this next, now this will have a, let go, another bead on it right now. Not getting any greens. Come on, greens. There's one right there. Now I'm getting close to that point where I'm going to start paying attention to where we need to put our middle wrap there at, because that's where we'll put our be happy at, or our happy, not be happy. Probably getting close to our spot where we want to start paying attention to our gap area. So let's see where we're falling down here on this other one. Come on, you. Looks like I need about 2 or 3 more beads. Not too many though. We'll check it after we get this second bead here on. Come on, go down. And see where we're at again. If we need to put one more on, we will. If not, we'll start our wrapping. Time is it, by the way? Oh, we've gone over our hour. Do you want me to keep going, or should we I'll just finish this off screen and show you them. Try and stay up here a little bit further. Okay, let's check where we're at again. Okay, there. Looks like I was going to say maybe one more, but I'm not sure. Here we go. Up here. It's darn close. We'll push these beads up as far as we can here, and we'll put one more on. So do you guys like watching the old Christmas shows? I found that on YouTube you can find some of the Christmas shows, the older ones from like when we were kids. And I watched Rudolph and Santa Claus is Coming to Town the other day. It's so good to see those because, those ones spell Christmas to me. Sorry, Mary. I'll see you later. I will probably end this here pretty soon, unless there's people who want to stay on, because are over the hour and folks are having to do other things. And I'll finish them off screen, and I'll put a picture on Randee's site as well as my site, and so you can see them more. But Yeah, unless people want to stay. Yeah, that was the one I watched. And I noticed they have the Polar Express on too, so I'm probably gonna watch that one today. Unless I make more fudge, because we finished off the fudge yesterday, and so, well, fudge is a popular thing in my household. Well, not only my household, and my old work, because my husband still works up at the park, and he takes some with him to to work, and he said everybody wiped it out in no time. So it's not uncommon thing. So I will have to make some more fudge today. But oh, come on, Happy, you're backwards here. What'd you do? There we go. So, like I say, unless folks want to stick around here, I'm going to go off and oh, okay. I'm told to keep going, so we'll just keep going. But this will probably take another 20 minutes or so to finish. But if everybody gets tired of me, just say so, and we'll go off, and I'll finish them off screen, and we'll do them later. But once we get the beading done, these go really fast to make them, but got to get this beading done first, the wire wrap beading. And unfortunately, it's not the fastest thing to do. There's another kink. Boy, this wire, this side wants to really kink up a lot. Come on, baby, unkink. Bye, Bonnie. Hope you have that leg gets better. It is the leg that you got the cancer in, right? I hope it's improving. Come on, you get down here. Oh my, you did a weirdo. Okay, we got a wonkin one here, so I'm gonna have to see if I can fix it here. There we go. Our wires went over the top of each other, and that always makes a weird buckle. So, but we need to get these good and tight here. So, I want some other colors out here. There's a green one. So hold it, push it, bring it up tight and around again. And push her down to her buddy. You are way out of place there. Over there further. So over here, hold it through, pull her tight, and she's way over from the other one again. Push her in. Morning, Rita. We are making some wire wrapped hoop earrings with a little the happy charm on it and a little chain for some decoration. Over, baby. Okay. We're almost to the place we'll be starting over to go through both wire of these bubbles again. Not quite there yet, but we're getting close. Stay up there, gotta hold it. Then we go through. Now we're gonna push these all down to get them, to make sure we don't need another one right here, and we do just before we start over on the both of them. I think we'll put an orange one in here now. Now we're going to start going over the top here. And we'll go through here. Pull her way over here though, so that she's not coming down onto here. Like there, I pushed her back up. Do that again. Up tight and through. Now, as I'm coming around here, I'm starting to scratch myself on the other side. So you need to be careful of that other side's wire that's sticking there, because you don't want to scratch yourself up too badly. And you can, because it's there. Now this is probably the last one we're going to use up here on the top, and we'll move back to the single bar here after this one. There we go. And now I'm going to finish up I think it only needs like 3 up here, maybe 4 to go across here to finish up. So we'll go with the yellow one. Through here. Pull her in tight over here into this corner. And over and through again. Now, you also have to watch out when you're bringing it into this final steps that you don't wrap that tail that you left over on the other side into your beads here. Let's see, what do we got here that's close? We'll just put we'll put this red one on. I think this might be our last one. We'll see here in just a second if this is the last one, if we're going to put in one more after it. I think it's probably going to be the last one because we need to have some wrapping space right here by the, and again, like I say, don't get this tail into your other tails here. Okay. There we go. All done here. So now we'll trim off those tails and tuck them in. Like I say, you tuck these just like you would a earring wire. Okay. Now we've got this done here, and it's time to put the seed beads back in the tray so I don't dump them all over the place. And slide them up out of the way. Now we've got the next 3 steps, which is putting on the Be Happy, putting on the chain, and putting on the post. The rings were, I bought these from Thunder Horse Descendant. They're the ones that she had in her last live sell that she said she took things from the vault from. So that's where I got these rings. Aren't they cool? So we're going to be done in just a few minutes. But, okay, where's the big ring? There it is. We needed as we discovered on this one, we needed the bigger ring to go over the, okay, I want it to be this way. Come on, you. I had to move my pliers down so that I could get the jump ring over both, and it didn't want to do it anyway, so I want to move that down there so it slides into the out of the way. There we go. Now we got to be careful because this side of the jump ring here is trying to go into that seed bead, and we don't want it to try to do that, obviously. So there we go. That's on. Oops, I got it on the wrong way, because I wanted this to face like this so the 2 big bubbles would be towards your neck. So this one would be the same way as this. So I want to open this back up and move my Be Happy to the other direction. And I'm going to switch this jump ring out anyway because there's a nick in it. I don't know if you guys can see it but see how it's got this little notch of metal hanging right here. Oops, too forced. I don't know if you can see that, but see how my fingernail's sticky getting onto it? That would poke somebody if it was if we use this. So we're going to throw this jump ring away and get a new one out. I may have damaged it when I was working with it, or it might have already been damaged when I tried to put it on. I don't know, but I don't want to nick somebody with it. So put this on. Be happy would go, I believe. Yeah. Close this up. Now this isn't coming together all the way. I don't know if you can see that. So if that happens, just take both your pliers and wiggle back and forth with a slight forward pressure till you hear them scrape together. There we go. Now did I get it the right way? Yes, good. Next step is to put it on our chain. This is a little tricky because we're going through the chain and through that hoop, and then we have to close it, and it doesn't always want to cooperate. So what I will do frequently is, I think this will go easier from the back side, hope maybe I can get it. Okay, and I'm going to go over here to the back. Well, maybe I will get our ring, drop this down, and get hold of our other ring here carefully, because they're going to want to come out because we're working in small spaces here. It's already okay. Now let me hold you. There we go. Now we have to get the other side in. This one did not close all the way either, so we'll have to do the no, come on, you. Don't be so difficult. No, you're almost there. This jump ring is not being very cooperative. It's not quite closed. That's better. Now I'm going to roll it around so it's in the back, so it's not so obnoxious looking. There we go. And now we just have to put the earring back on. These are number 8 seed beads. You can make this with any size of seed beads if you prefer. A 6, of course, will make it, you need less. And the if you use it like an 11, these are 8s, as I said. If you were to use 11, you'd need more because, of course, they're smaller. So, but these ones are 8s. So there is our second earring all done. So there they go. So unfortunately, this was a very long video, so I hope we had some stares. All finished. So let's flip. You got to have a little look at my little Buddha back there on my table. He came in one of our Softlex kits, and I just couldn't make myself do anything with him. I thought he was cute. He got to stay on my, oops, I dropped one. Like I said, dropsies. Here is the one I didn't drop. So now you can see better how it looks with the chain hanging down there. So there's our earrings for the day. And we're a half hour over our hour, so I'm going to go off right now. See if there's anything I need to talk about before. I think we got it. So anyway, that's our happy earrings. Or happy earrings, since the other one's on the floor. Oh, here it is. Right below me, so easy to find. I drop all kinds of stuff, and then my husband cleans up. I'm not a very good housekeeper, but he is. So there they are. So there we go. Our happy earrings. And I think they are happy with all their colorfulness. So there we go. So this has been Rose. I've been filling in for this week, and well, for the next 3 weeks, for Randee Brown for her coffee talk. And I hope you guys had a good time making these with me. We'll see you later. Well, as in tomorrow. Bye-bye.